Eccentrica V12.
Please welcome Luca Venturi, Head of Sales, and the designer, Carlo Borromeo.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for being here. For us, it's an honor being with all these like automotive royalties to present to you the Eccentrica V12. Let's say that, first of all, I want to start by saying that what does it mean for us, for a company like Eccentrica, to reinterpret an automotive icon? First of all, we have to respect the heritage. We have to respect the design. We have to respect what the Diablo was all about. And second, we have to improve what times has made obsolete. And third, we have to improve and we have to keep what time has made timeless. The Diablo that we are seeing right now, the Eccentrica V12, it's a car that has been completely redesigned, re-engineered in almost every single part. Not a single details as left untouched. We have modified 3,560 different parts, re-engineering everything, starting from the suspension geometry to the chassis, the gearbox, the engine. We get to that later, and of course the styling. And talking about the styling, I'm happy to be on the stage here with Carlo Borromeo, the head designer of Borromeo de Silva, which is the responsible for this amazing shape. So, Carlo, tell us a little bit about like what this car, what was the inspiration?
Yes, thank you, Luca, and hello everyone. It was actually a very interesting challenge when we received it, because of course the Diablo is one of the most recognizable cars in the world. So how can you improve it, let's say, when it has so much soul already? One thing that we did was start with the proportions. So as you can see, the car has become slightly wider than the original, and that allowed us to play a lot with the volumes, adding volume to the front, to the rear, in a very continuous way, like we don't have fender flares or anything that screams tuning. It all looks quite original, but everything is improved. We wanted to do something special with the headlights. That was an area that we really put a lot of attention to. Unfortunately, we couldn't do the pop-ups, and so we...
Not allowed.
Yes. So we found this solution of the pop-downs, which actually works very well, and it allows us to play with the same volumes. The front of the car has remained quite simple. It's inspired by the GTR, so the latest version of the Diablo.
Exactly.
And while a lot of work has gone in the back, and maybe if we can turn the, no?
Can we turn the...
Can we turn the car around? Maybe later. Okay, it's spinning now. So, yeah, no, enough pushing. But as you could see, actually, from all the pushing that happened, it's quite light. The whole body, it's carbon fiber. It's been redone. So from the original car, we keep 3-4 parts.
Yeah.
The frame, the windshield wiper, which we really liked, and maybe the windshield. And
Yes,
that's
exactly. The windshield and the side windows, but everything else has been completely redone. We start from the chassis. We reinforced it with carbon fiber, and then, as I said before, everything else we have redesigned and put it on. I think the most interesting part, I would say, Carlo, it's the fact that the resemblance is a Diablo, but if you look into details, it's very different.
Yes. For the trained eye,
Yeah.
you can spot a million different things, details, and stories. But for the untrained eye, it's always a Diablo. One thing that I'm quite proud of is that we have no plastic on the entire car. Everything is made of noble materials, machined aluminum, carbon fiber, premium Italian upholstery, leather, and the like. Even the grills, like every single grill that you see around the car, it's machined out of a solid block of aluminum.
And the news don't stop there, because basically everything else, mechanical-wise, has been revised. The star of the show is, of course, the 5.7 Lamborghini V12 that has been completely redesigned and now produces 550 horsepower. Braking system, of course, has been totally re-engineered together with Brembo. As I said, the chassis, and also like something that it's not very visible, but you can tell how like the amount of work that we have put in this car, like all the cooling system, the radiators and everything, it's completely redesigned in order that the car never runs hot now. And we know, because we have just finished almost like 70,000 kilometers of testing. Because another thing that we believe is very important for Eccentrica is the fact that we are following the same OEM testing to make a car that is reliable and fun to drive for our customers. And also the spirit of like being fun and being good to drive, and the drivability is one of the cornerstone of this project, because it's, as you saw in the video, it all started from our founder, Mr. Emanuele Colombini, who always loved the way the Diablo looked, but never really into how the car drives. So that's why we started this project, to make justice to an iconic shape with like some sort of a drivability that pays justice to what the car is on our minds, right?
Yes, absolutely. This is an ideal that is carried in every single detail of our work, both outside and inside. As you can see on the inside, we approached it from a couple of different perspectives. One was to make the car better. So we worked a lot on the ergonomics. If you know the Diablo, you kind of drive it with the
sideways.
sideways. This was due to technical limitations at the time, so a lot of work was done to both make the seat straighter and also lower it so that taller people could fit, well. But at the other side, we always also wanted to make it fun, so we worked on the entire interface, creating a new instrument cluster that talks about the 90s, let's say. So
Exactly. This is very iconic, looks like Night Driver, right?
Yes, that was the main inspiration.
And everything that we saw by, having to deal with the Diablo every single day, we want to improve, including, as Carlo was saying, the roominess of the cockpit and everything else around it. Also now the car features like a new system, electronic system for the engine. So we have, driving maps, of course. But the thing that really enhanced the drivability of the car is the fact that we could work on adding like a new 6-speed gearbox compared to the previous like 5-speed, which makes the car a lot more engaging when you drive, when you really want to drive it. And all in all, I think that the style has been really a masterpiece, Carlo.
Well, it's not up for me to say, but yeah, we really love it. As a design studio, this is not our first resto mod, but it took doing many of them to get to the point where we feel confident enough to approach such an extensive restoration work.
And it's always, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just wanted, before the car twists again, here you can see a beautiful little detail of how we try to make everything beautiful and functional. So this part of the car here is something that collapses in case of a crash. And usually it's hidden behind some rubber or some plastic. We try to transform it into a sculpture as well. So this is CNC aluminum, and if you look at it, it looks more like a precious watch than an actual mechanical part. And if you look at the car all around, you will see this coming up again and again, and this is the beauty of working on this kind of very small-scale projects where you only have to build a few cars, is that you can really go all in. And for a designer like myself, it's an actual dream to be able to do so.
And then merging functional and form, we can see it also like on the scoops, on the top of the car, that the air intakes used to be on the side on a normal Diablo, and we put it up here to improve, of course, the air coming into the V12, but also like it's style,
as everything Italian, there's always a little bit of style for good measure.
How Italian is this car for you?
I mean, it's quintessential Italian. I mean, Italian car, Italian team, everybody. So I'm not one to say, oh, made in Italy, but this is truly an expression of our culture, for better or for worse.
I'm really proud of it, even though the car and the company is founded in San Marino.
True.
But, we can still say
nobody is perfect.
But also, we are very happy to announce here for the very first time that the first run of 19 cars, the coupe version that you are seeing here, it's sold out. So I'm sorry for the people that now may want to buy one. But we are very, very proud and very happy because it takes really like a lot of effort for us to create a product that can convince our customer to pay and to buy something like that. So this is, for us, it's a very important statement, and we're really, really proud and happy of what we have done so far. But this is, as the video was saying, Eccentrica is here to stay because, keep an eye on us because during 2026, we have some more surprise for you.
Yes. Maybe we can turn it another 90 degrees so that we show the back of the car as well before we're done, as it's probably one of the most striking angles to look at it from. Also, I should add, each one of the 19 cars will be custom made for their client.
Exactly.
So here you see quite an exceptional spec, very strong, but we have done all sorts of specs already, and to each one their own. So some of them are much more, let's say, calm,
Exactly.
This one goes to Miami. So.
Yeah, exactly. But we have very, interesting and nice customers, and Carlo can express himself by, creating the most incredible configurations.
So here on the back, you can notice some more of the details we've been talking about. The use of materials, mainly. One part that I really love, it's my nerdish self, is this grill here in the back. It's one piece of aluminum that gets milled, so quite exceptional, and I could never do that working with an OEM. Maybe Bugatti, yes, but not the other OEMs. Other parts which I really love, for example, this grill is made to protect from the heat of the exhaust system, that it's made for us by Capristo.
Exactly.
And we call it, it's a little joke, we call it the teppanyaki grill, because you could cook eggs on top of it. So other details, the carbon fiber bumper, the exhaust system, you can see it stick out from the back, the radiators, everything is brand new and custom made. And we always thought about this car as the first of a family, which is why we included things like these gaps here that allow us to connect a variety of accessories, such as wings and all things that are very Diablo in nature.
Exactly, because of course, as Carlo was saying, this is a very custom-made, tailor-made car, and all single of them, they are all different. So to every of each customers the 19 lucky customer that purchased the Eccentrica V12. So thank you very much, and please enjoy Retromobile. And again, for us, it's an honor for being here. And again, on behalf of the whole Eccentrica team, thank you very much.
Thank you.